What's up, everybody? Coach Scola here. Time to do some cooking. First meal we're gonna do today, request comes all the way from Rogers, Arkansas. Young lady, sent it down. Ellie, this one's for you. We're gonna make some chicken quesadillas, grilled chicken quesadillas. Anybody can do this. This is awesome. It's a great, great meal. Restaurant quality. First thing we're gonna do is go over what we need to make the quesadillas. So come into my kitchen. You need a skillet, preferably a pretty large skillet, not a really little one. I use Pam to do the veggies. Any kind of cooking spray or anything like that will be good. This is a piece of grilled chicken breast right here. It was previously grilled. I'll go through grilling chicken at a later episode. I've got a bell pepper. I've got a white onion. Some of the burrito size tortillas. You can get them at Walmart, Kroger, wherever. I like Colby Monterey Jack shredded cheese. Chips. You'll find out what that's for later. Some butter, either spray butter or regular butter. You'll need that. This is the best store-bought guacamole I've ever had. Trust me, awesome. Sour cream for later. Secret ingredient. You can get it at Kroger, you can get it at Walmart, wherever. Fantastic. So we're gonna get ready to get started. Looking forward to it. All right, here we go. First thing we're gonna do, take the top off the queso. I'm gonna put it in the microwave. Get that going. I like 111. Don't ask me why, I'm weird. Start that. I'm gonna spray my pan. Biggest mistake a lot of people make when they cook is they cook too hot. They try to cook it too fast. This is a really quick meal anyway. I'm gonna put it on 5 medium heat. Don't go higher than that. We're gonna come over here, cut up our veggies. So I'm gonna cut up the bell pepper first. You're gonna cut the middle out just like this, leaving just the outer shell. I'm gonna throw that away. And then I'm gonna cut strips, just like so. When I get the strips, I always do the bell pepper first because it takes the bell pepper a little bit longer in the skillet than it does the onion. This whole meal is really, really quick and easy to prep. Obviously, I didn't show y'all on video, but always wash your hands before you cook. Make sure you do that. I'm gonna set this half over here to the side. I'm gonna cut my onion. There goes my first round of my cheese dip. I'm gonna take the outer wrapping. I have the outer part of the onion off. I'm gonna take the onion, cut it right down the middle, and I'm gonna put the individual pieces in the skillet, just like so. And I'm gonna do 2 slices, so you don't have to use the whole onion. You used half of a bell pepper, makes about 4 servings. Half of a bell pepper, just an average size bell pepper. 2 slices of onion is plenty on there. And I'm gonna let that start cooking down. I had some previous cheese dip here. I'm gonna add to this. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do another one. Make it a little easier for everybody to see. Get my little Tupperware. That way I can save what we don't use. Remember, it was 111 on the cheese dip. I'm gonna pour all my cheese dip in here. It's got that big old lump in the middle right now. Then the cheese dip goes back in the microwave for 2 minutes. So while that's going on, I'm not gonna rush anything. I've got my veggies in the skillet. They're ready to start going down. I'm gonna cut up my chicken. This is chicken that I grilled. I usually grill on Sunday nights and food save. So this just came out of the food saver today. All I did was thaw it out. It'll heat up plenty hot as we get going. Another key, little bitty small pieces of chicken. When you get quesadillas a lot of times in a restaurant or something, they use bigger pieces of chicken. I like to cut real small pieces of chicken. It just kind of works together better with your quesadilla. So I cut real small pieces of chicken, just like so. Notice I just cut little strips. That'll be one quesadilla right there. I'll have one here, I've got one here, one here, one here. That's at least 4 or 5 quesadillas right there. That's all I'm trying to make tonight. I got my spray butter ready. I'm gonna wait on these to cook down for just a minute. All right, while the veggies are cooking down, this is the longest part, is getting the veggies cooked down, and it's literally no more than 10 minutes tops to do that. I love to cook. I want to be able to show y'all how to cook a whole bunch of different stuff. If you've got something you want me to cook, let me know. I'll be happy to cook it. I'm going to do desserts. I'm going to do breakfasts. I'm going to do meals, all kind of different stuff. Home cooked, old country meals. I'll cook some deer meat. I'll fry some fish up. I'll cook healthy. We'll do some grilled veggies. Whatever y'all want, I'll be happy to do. Like I said, I love to do it. Been married 25 years. Got 2 kiddos in college. I'm trying to help teach them how to cook like my mom taught me how to cook. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take the cheese dip out. This is take 2 of this part, by the way. Remember Ellie, I told you that had wanted this meal cooked? Yeah, she just called in. So we're getting take 2. That's great. Hey, guys, if you're not rich like me, poor old teacher coach, you better be able to cook. Like I told you earlier, I've been married 25 years. Every time I cook this meal, I always do one thing. Take a chip, put a little bit of cheese dip on it. Nice hot cheese dip. And then I go find my bride. So Kim's right over here. We're gonna go introduce everybody to Kim. There's Kim. There she goes. So she gets a little snack before every meal. Our veggies have been on about 7-8 minutes. If you'll look, when they start getting a little bit of a char to them, they soften up a little bit. You don't want them soggy. You just want them a little bit charred. You want them a little bit to where they're not real stiff, but you don't want them mushy. So I'm going to take them now and I'm going to put them just in a bowl. Be real careful not to spill too many all over the counter. And I'm just going to put them in a bowl like that. Notice nothing in the pan. Pan's good and clean. I'm going to set it off the heat. Very important. Set it off the heat. Now it's time to start building. So I'm going to take out a tortilla. Another one of my tricks right here, I hold the tortilla up. I take the spray butter. I like to use spray butter for multiple reasons. It's a little bit healthier than regular butter, but I squirt all the way around the tortilla. So I've got it pretty good and covered on the back side of it. I'm going to take it over to the hot skillet, but it's not on the grill. And I'm going to set it down. Then I'm going to immediately come take my veggies. I'm going to take veggies and I'm going to spread them out over half of the tortilla. Everything's going to be built on one half. We're going to let that one onion go with us too. I'm going to take my chicken. I'm going to spread my chicken out. I want to evenly coat half of it. Notice there's not just a whole lot of chicken on there, but I spread it out all the way across. Then I'm going to take my chicken or my cheese. Notice all this is being done off of the heat. I don't like to do it on the heat because I like to be able to control when it's going to be done. So I'm going to take cheese and I'm going to sprinkle cheese across it like so. Now for my secret ingredient. I'm going to take that cheese dip again. This is what the guys at deer camp loved. Here's my cheese dip. And I'm going to slide across. Again, you don't want to overpower it. You just want a little bit of cheese dip glaze. Again, I've got just 3 little teaspoons about right there. Take the back side of it just like so. Now I can control it. So now I'm going to put it back on the heat. And it's literally not going to take but just a few minute or 2 tops right here. I never have changed the heat from medium heat. It's still on 5. So I'm going to let it go for just a little bit and I'm just going to watch the cheese. And when the cheese starts to melt, that tells me that the back side of it is starting to get cooked. You don't want to burn the tortilla shell. All you want is a little bit of a golden brown on the tortilla, a little bit of a crunch, a little bit of a crisp. I'm going to go ahead and get a plate out and just set it over here. Okay, notice the cheese is just now starting to melt a little bit. around the edge where it's laying on the tortilla. So I'm gonna pick the tortilla up with my spatula like this so I don't burn myself. I'm gonna grab the back edge of the tortilla, and you should see that the butter has melted. Then I press down on that tortilla like so with my spatula, and then I slide it to the middle. And now I wait. Doesn't take long. All I'm trying to do is melt all that goodness inside. The chicken that was room temperature, it wasn't hot. You can do it right off the grill if you want to. This is just a real quick, pull it out of the oven, it's ready in 15 minutes meal. My family loves it. We usually have it about once a week. Wish I could send this one to Ellie and Rogers. She'll have to drive down though for one. Flip it over. Now there's that brown. Now we hadn't changed the film at all, so you know exactly how long it was on that side. Golden brown. It's got that butter inside, that tortilla. It's going to be just a little crunch. Great gooey greatness inside. It's going to be awesome. I'm just going to leave it here for about the same amount of time on the other side. Doesn't take long. The whole meal, 15 minutes tops. And it is restaurant quality, I promise you. So good. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this show. I had a great idea. My wife, I'm gonna bring my mom on a few episodes down the road, and I'm gonna get her to help me in the kitchen. We get through with all this craziness, I'm gonna keep on going. It's a blast. So maybe I can get some of my students over and we can all cook together. All right, I'm gonna check it. I just lift up the bottom. Bottom looks pretty good. Meal looks ready. I'm not gonna turn that off because I got 3 more to do. I don't think my wife's the only one that wants to eat tonight. So I'll bring the pan over. Notice how it doesn't fall apart. That tortilla is crisp on the outside. I'm gonna put my pan back over off of the heat. I'm gonna come over here now. I'm gonna cut it right down the middle. You hear it crunch? Perfect little crisp crust. I'm gonna throw that little piece of chicken back in there. I'm gonna cut it down this side. I'm making half, and now I'm making half again. That's a 1/4 for all you math students out there. So I've got 4 pieces, just like so. You can see that cheese dip right there and that cheese inside. Now you can garnish it however you want to. My wife likes sour cream and guacamole on hers. So I'm going to take the guacamole and the sour cream. I'm gonna put a little bit of sour cream right there. I'm gonna take my spoon. I'm gonna put a little dab of guacamole right there. I'm gonna garnish it with a handful of chips right there. And voila. You got a restaurant quality chicken quesadilla for your family. Had a blast. See y'all next time.